data actually came from the cost of migration survey from BBS. You see that relative 51% and informal intermediate is 24%. So it's almost like 80%. Workers are seeking support from these two groups, and the sample size is really big here. Meaning, the recruitment agencies are waiting to get the workers just for the processing at the final stage, because without their involvement, no one can go abroad. So it's kind of commissioning business, to be honest. So we really look into that how we can convert the informal intermediaries in some way. We can formalize them, and then the high cost of migration is connected actually in these three circles. So we have to really unpack this further.
আমাদের যে ভিসার রেটটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমরা রিক্রুটিং এজেন্সি যে ফেয়ারটা নিই তার চেয়ে অনেক বেশি চলে যায় মিডলম্যানের কারণে। আমরা যদি 1.5 লাখ 2 লাখ টাকা রেট করি ওটা মিডলম্যানের কারণে 3 লাখ টাকায় পৌঁছে যাচ্ছে।
We must have a database system for the potential migrant workers, and the database should be managed by the BMET, and the recruiting agencies can have access to this database in line with the demand letters that they have. They will collect from the employers. So that is one way to reduce the middleman and to ensure the direct recruitment of the migrant workers.
If we really want the recruiting agency or this middleman process should not be, or it should be eliminated, we can easily use our digitization system. That if government tomorrow think that from now anyone want to get abroad, first he need to be registered. And it need to be mandatory for the recruiting agency that until you take the people from this database, you cannot send the people. Just do it 6 months or shut down it, then they will be bound. People will also be bound to make them register. So digitalization should be then mandatory. So automatically, if nowadays you don't need to go to a middleman or go to the sub-districts, thousands of people, and recruiting agency can automatically take people from one. And the same way, the employers also can send their demand to this system, that I need 5,000 people and others.
In that one slide, it asks the question where you have circled source of misery. And the source of misery was informal intermediaries. But you're not saying it, you're asking the question. Are informal intermediaries the source of misery? And then you go on to say, you circle the recruitment agencies, and then you're asking, where are they? I think there are some massive gaps that you have identified just with that one slide.
ধরুন একটা সামান্য মাম পানি সে যদি মার্কেটিং করে 64 জেলায়, দে হ্যাভ এজেন্ট, অনুমোদিত এজেন্ট। যদি আমাদের বিজনেস স্ট্যান্ডার্ড প্রতিনিধি রাখে উনি একটা কার্ড দিবেন, হি ইজ মাই এজেন্ট। কিন্তু রিক্রুটিং এজেন্সি তার যে সহস্র মানুষ কাজ করছে সে কাউকে কার্ড দিবে না, তাকে বলবেন না আমি তো তারা চিনি না। সকলেরই শাখা আছে, ওনার কোনো শাখা নাই। উনি আলাউদ্দিন সুইট, ওনার কোনো শাখা নাই। অবাক কাণ্ড। যদি আজকে ওসি সাহেবের কাছে সকল রিক্রুটিং এজেন্সির রিপ্রেজেন্টেটিভের তালিকা থাকতো, কেউ প্রতারিত হলে সাথে সাথে বলতে পারতো যে আমি তো একজন ভোক্তা, আমি তো বিদেশ যেতে চাই, ওনাকে টাকা দিয়েছে। তাহলে অন্তত পক্ষে বড় আইন না হোক, ভোক্তা অধিকারে তো ওনাকে ধরা যায়, আমি তো টাকা দিয়েছি আমাকে পাঠাও।
বিফোর আই সাম আপ যে কী আলাপ হয়েছে, একটা জিনিস আমার কাছে মনে হয়েছে যে কেউ এমপি পাপুলের কথাটা আনলেন না। উনি দিয়েই তো একটা এক্সাম্পল হইতো যে কেন মাইগ্রেশন কস্টটা এরকম এবং করাপশনের লেভেলটা কোন কোন জায়গায়। হি ইজ ইনভলভড ইন করাপশন ইন বাংলাদেশ, ইন কুয়েত, and at every level, and that explains how labor cost is so high. Anyway, and another point I'd like to make, that we have repeatedly talked about these agents, the middlemen, and we have talked about giving them identity. In fact, while growing up, I have seen middlemen. They are little bit of let's say quick money makers. They have no ethics. They just want to connect some and make some money. And you cannot really give them any honor because they don't want ID. They want to hide. That's the thing. But taken that fact that after all it's the government that sets all the rules, and that's why this business exists. So it is up to the government how to bring them into structure. We have discussed today here is mainly that we should prevent syndication. We have concerns about passport delays, whereas we have NID, why should we not get our passport within 1 day? And why should we not get police clearance online, since it is done during the period of obtaining the passport? And we should take care of ticket and medical high cost. And since these people are going abroad and bringing us money for the nation, the government should consider facilitate their migration by keeping subsidy for whatever assistance they need. And we should find ways to prevent this visa trading by middlemen or agents. Recruiters must come under a system. So once they come under a system and put all the process is followed by some digital mechanism, the cost of migration will also reduce. Bangladesh should take a pro-migration position when it's negotiating with target countries. If Nepal can dismiss unfair proposition, why cannot Bangladesh do it? Bangladesh is in a much better position. And besides the other points that we have made, coordination cell between different ministries and authorities in order to facilitate migration.